Legendary musician Neil Diamond suddenly cancels the rest of his 50th anniversary tour after revealing that he has Parkinson's disease.
The furthest out thought that I could possibly have at the age of 16 was that I could write songs. Boy, wouldn't it be wonderful if I could really become a good songwriter?
Neil Diamond, once a pillar of American music, now a whisper in the echoes of pop culture. What led this icon to step back from the spotlight? Today, we solve the complex story of Neil Diamond's life, examining the intertwining of personal battles and deep choices that faded his presence from the public eye.
Where it began, I can't begin to know it. Everywhere around the world, they come into America.
Born on a cold January day in 1941, in the bustling borough of Brooklyn, New York, Neil Leslie Diamond began his journey in a world far removed from the glittering lights of stardom. Raised in a family of Polish and Russian immigrant roots, Neil's early life was steeped in the rich, cultural tapestry of urban America. His humble beginnings were marked by a vibrant community that shaped his understanding of music and performance. From the tender age of 6, Neil's innate talent for music became evident. His formative years were filled with the sounds of the city, from street performers to the classical records his parents cherished. At 16, a pivotal moment unfolded when Neil received his first guitar as a birthday gift. This wasn't just an instrument, it was the key to unlocking his musical potential. He began teaching himself to play, strumming chords and melodies that echoed through the cramped living quarters of his family home. Neil's passion for music followed him to Erasmus Hall High School, where he joined the school choir. It was here that he first felt the thrill of performance, his voice blending in harmony with others. High school also brought an unexpected reunion with a fellow choir member, Barbra Streisand, though at the time, neither knew the fame that awaited them. After high school, Neil briefly attended New York University on a fencing scholarship, pursuing a pre-med degree. But the call of music was too strong to ignore. Nights spent scribbling lyrics in his university dorm room led to days skipping classes to visit Tin Pan Alley, the epicenter of New York's music publishing industry. Neil was determined to make his mark. His break came somewhat unceremoniously when he dropped out just shy of graduation to accept a job at Sunbeam Music Publishing. For $50 a week, Neil took on the grunt work of songwriting, crafting songs not for himself, but for other artists. It was a modest start, requiring long hours and offering little recognition. Yet it was during these early days that Neil honed his craft. He learned to weave stories into songs, drawing on his experiences and the narratives of those around him. His breakthrough as a songwriter came with the song Solitary Man, which captured the essence of personal introspection and vulnerability. This song marked Neil's transition from songwriter to singer, as he performed it with a depth only the writer could convey. Solitary Man set the stage for a series of hits that would define a generation. Neil's voice became a fixture on the radio. His songs, anthems of the 1960s and beyond. Albums like Cherry Cherry, Sweet Caroline, and Cracklin' Rosie catapulted him to the top of the charts, each track a testament to his skill as a lyricist and his charisma as a performer. But how did a boy from Brooklyn become a global music phenomenon? Stay with us as we find the rise of Neil Diamond. As the 1970s dawned, Neil Diamond's career soared to incredible heights, cementing his status as one of music's most beloved figures. His signature blend of rock and pop, infused with his deep, resonant voice, struck a chord with audiences worldwide. The era witnessed the birth of some of his most unforgettable tracks, songs that not only climbed the charts, but also became woven into the very fabric of American culture. Sweet Caroline, released in 1969, is perhaps the quintessential Neil Diamond song. Its catchy chorus and uplifting beat turned it into an instant hit, one that transcended music charts to become a staple at sporting events, particularly beloved in Boston's Fenway Park, where it's played during every home game. The song's genesis was as spontaneous as its lyrics are joyful. Neil was inspired by a photograph of Caroline Kennedy, though its appeal lies in its universal sense of warmth and connectivity. Following Sweet Caroline, Neil released Cracklin' Rosie in 1970, a song that achieved his first #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100. The song's narrative, about a man who finds solace in his dreams of a woman, showcased Neil's ability to combine storytelling with a catchy, pop-infused melody. It was these qualities that endeared him to listeners and elevated his status from a hitmaker to a cultural icon. The 1970s also saw Neil exploring themes of identity and belonging, most notably in his hit, America. Released in 1980 as part of the soundtrack for The Jazz Singer, the song reflects Neil's own grandparents' immigrant experience, portraying the hopeful journey of immigrants coming to America. Its powerful lyrics and emotive delivery resonated deeply, becoming an anthem of hope and new beginnings. The song gained further prominence when it was played during significant national events, embedding it deeply into America's collective consciousness. Beyond these hits, Neil's discography during this period was prolific and diverse. Song Sung Blue, I Am, I Said, and September Morn are just a few examples of tracks that not only achieved commercial success, but also showcased his lyrical depth and musical versatility. Each song offered something different, from melancholic introspection to exuberant joy, demonstrating Neil's unique ability to tap into a range of emotions and experiences, connecting with fans all across the globe. His impact extended beyond the United States, with tours and records reaching international audiences, affirming his place as a global superstar. Neil's ability to draw huge crowds to concerts around the world was a testament to his widespread appeal and the universal themes explored in his music. Whether he was performing in Sydney or San Francisco, his songs evoked a shared feeling of humanity and artistic beauty. While his music topped the charts, Neil's personal life was also expanding. Neil Diamond's raid into acting, particularly his role in The Jazz Singer, was a bold jump from his established music career. Released in 1980, this film was a remake of the 1927 classic, which was itself a landmark in the history of cinema. For Neil, stepping into the acting world was not just a new challenge, but also a chance to explore another facet of his artistic expression. The Jazz Singer casts Neil as Yosel Rabinovich, a young Jewish cantor at his father's synagogue who struggles to balance his family traditions with his dream of becoming a pop music star. The role was deeply personal for Neil, mirroring his journey and the tensions between personal ambition and cultural heritage. However, the transition from musician to actor was fraught with challenges that Neil had not anticipated. Critically, the film did not fare well. Reviewers were quick to point out Neil's inexperience in acting, and many felt that his performance, while earnest, lacked the depth and nuance of a seasoned actor. Despite these criticisms, the movie had a significant impact on Neil's career, not all negative. The film's soundtrack was a major success, featuring songs like America, Love on the Rocks, and Hello Again, which resonated with his fans and kept his popularity in the music charts alive. The experience of working on The Jazz Singer was a mixed bag for Neil. On one hand, it exposed him to the rigorous demands and the critical eye of the film industry. And on the other, it also provided him with an opportunity to grow as a performer, understanding the complexities of storytelling through both music and cinematic narrative. The movie's soundtrack, in particular, allowed Neil to integrate his musical talents with his acting, creating a memorable, if not critically acclaimed, cinematic experience. The fallout from The Jazz Singer was a period of reflection for Neil. The film's reception made him reconsider the paths he wanted to pursue in his career. While he continued to make music, his venture into acting taught him about the volatility of public and critical perception, and the importance of staying true to one's artistic vision. In subsequent years, Neil's focus shifted back onto what he knew best: music. This return to music was marked by a deeper appreciation of his strengths and a clearer understanding of his limits as an artist. The lessons he learned from acting influenced his music production, leading to more nuanced and introspective compositions. Neil's acting dreams brought unexpected challenges. Let's find out how these influenced his music career next. Neil Diamond's music touched the hearts of millions, but behind the lyrics and melodies lay a complex personal life marked by love, loss, and the quest for happiness. Neil's personal experiences, particularly his marriages, deeply influenced both his music and his public image, adding layers of depth to his songs that resonated with his audience. Neil's first marriage was to his high school sweetheart, Jay Posner, in 1963. Together, they had two daughters, Marjorie and Ellen. This relationship, filled with young love and the pressures of Neil's budding music career, eventually ended in divorce in 1969. Songs from this period convey a sense of searching and emotional exploration, reflecting the personal shifts Neil was experiencing. Shortly after his first divorce, Neil married Marcia Murphy, a production assistant. This second chapter in his personal life began with promise and passion. Marcia and Neil had 2 sons, Jesse and Micah, and for a while, it seemed Neil had found a balance between his explosive career and a stable home life. However, the demands of his career, coupled with the challenges of maintaining the relationship in the public eye, led to their separation. The divorce in 1996 was highly publicized and came with a substantial financial settlement, rumored to be one of the most expensive in the music industry at the time. Neil's music during these years reflected his unrest, with songs that spoke of longing and reflection. In the years that followed, Neil remained relatively private about his personal life until he met Katie McNeil, who would become his 3rd wife. This relationship marked a turning point for Neil, both personally and professionally. Katie, who was significantly younger than Neil, brought new energy into his life. They married in 2012, and her influence was evident in Neil's later works, which displayed renewed vitality and a sense of contentment. Neil's relationships provided not only inspiration for his songwriting, but also impacted how his fans and the public perceived him. His songs often drew on personal experiences, allowing his audience to feel a deeper connection with him, not just as a musician, but as a person navigating the complexities of life and love. From the stage to isolation, Neil's life took several turns. What led him to step back from the spotlight? The stage was where Neil Diamond truly felt alive, his presence electrifying audiences around the world. However, the relentless pace of performances and tours would take a toll that Neil could never have anticipated. In January 2018, Neil made a heart-wrenching announcement. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a degenerative disorder of the central nervous system that affects movement and balance. This diagnosis came as a shock to his fans and marked a turning point in his illustrious career. Parkinson's disease made it increasingly difficult for Neil to manage the physical demands of live performances. Symptoms like tremors, stiffness, and slowed movement posed some significant challenges, impacting his ability to perform with the energy and precision his shows were known for. With deep reflection and consultation with medical professionals, Neil made the difficult decision to retire from touring. This decision was not made lightly, as touring had been an integral part of his life for over 5 decades. Neil's announcement was filled with gratitude for his fans and a hopeful tone about his future contributions to music, despite stepping back from the grueling touring schedules. Retirement from touring didn't mean retirement from music. Neil promised to continue his songwriting and to explore other avenues to share his musical talents and creativity. This period allowed him to focus more on his health and personal well-being, giving him space to manage his symptoms and treatment without the added pressure of public performances. The news of his illness and retirement elicited an outpouring of support from fans and fellow musicians alike, a testament to his impact on the music industry and the hearts of those he touched with his artistry. His openness about his diagnosis also brought awareness to Parkinson's disease, contributing to broader discussions about the condition and its impact on the lives of those affected. Neil Diamond's decision to retire from touring was a significant moment in music history, marking the end of an era for one of the greatest performers of our time. Yet, it also opened a new chapter where he could continue to influence music and culture in different ways. You see, retirement wasn't the end of Neil's musical journey. Find out how he continued to influence music, even off the stage. Neil Diamond's musical legacy is as timeless as the melodies he crafted. Throughout his career, Diamond not only carved a niche for himself in the annals of music history, but also shaped the cultural landscape of several generations. His influence on music and his role as a cultural icon is imprinted in his numerous hits and the profound impact that they've had on audiences worldwide. One of Neil's most significant contributions to music is his unique sound, a fusion of rock, pop, and folk that resonated with a diverse audience. This blend allowed him to create songs that were not only hits in their time, but have also endured, becoming classics. Songs like Sweet Caroline, America, and Cracklin' Rosie have become anthems, transcending age and genre to be embraced by new generations of listeners. Their widespread appeal is a testament to Neil's skill in crafting music that speaks universally, cutting across barriers of age, culture, and musical preference. Moreover, Neil's influence extends beyond just his songs. His approach to live performances, marked by an intense emotional delivery and a profound connection with the audience, set new standards in the music industry. His concerts were more than just musical events. They were profound experiences that many remember as pivotal moments in their lives. His ability to engage with his audience transformed concerts into interactive sessions, where every song sung was a shared experience between Neil and his audience. Diamond's role as a cultural icon is also marked by his contributions to other artists and the music industry. Many of Neil's songs have been covered by a wide range of artists, each bringing a piece of their style, but always paying homage to the original's brilliance. His influence is evident in how these songs continue to be part of major soundtracks, commercials, and even sporting events, embedded in various aspects of pop culture. His songwriting prowess was recognized with numerous awards and accolades, including induction into the Songwriters Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, celebrating his enduring impact on music. These honors reflect his status not just as a performer, but as a creator who has enriched the musical tapestry with his lyrical and melodic genius. Neil Diamond's songs echo throughout the ages, but what specific marks did he leave on the music industry? Neil Diamond's influence extends far beyond the concert stage and recording studio. His commitment to philanthropy and advocacy reflects a deep sense of responsibility and compassion. Following his diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, Neil not only faced his condition with bravery, but also used his platform to advocate for others suffering from the disease, significantly impacting Parkinson's disease research and awareness. Throughout his career, Neil demonstrated a profound commitment to giving back. His philanthropic efforts have been diverse, but following his diagnosis, he focused particularly on Parkinson's disease, aiming to raise awareness and funds for research. He understands the challenges of living with Parkinson's firsthand and has dedicated himself to helping advance the scientific understanding and treatment of the disease. His involvement has brought attention to Parkinson's, drawing much-needed resources to combat a disease that affects millions worldwide. Moreover, Neil has been involved in various other charitable endeavors throughout his career. He has consistently leveraged his performances as opportunities to support causes close to his heart. This includes donating concert proceeds to disaster relief funds and educational initiatives and demonstrating his belief in the power of music to heal and unite people in times of need. One of Neil's notable charitable actions came after the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing. Moved by the tragic events, he donated the royalties from Sweet Caroline, a song long associated with Boston and played at Red Sox games, to the victims of the bombing. This gesture was a testament to his empathy and connection with his fans and the places that embraced his music. Neil's approach to philanthropy is characterized by his personal engagement. He often meets with research teams and patients, listening to their stories and learning about their needs. This personal connection ensures that his contributions are both meaningful and impactful, providing hope and support to those in need. Neil's fight against Parkinson's goes beyond his music. Up next is how he continues to inspire and champion causes through his actions and art. Despite stepping back from regular performances due to health concerns, Neil Diamond has made several memorable public appearances that remind the world of his enduring charm and talent. Each of these moments not only reignites his connection with longtime fans, but also introduces his artistry to new generations. One of Neil's most poignant appearances came in 2018 at the Grammy Awards, where he was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award. His presence at the ceremony, albeit not performing, was a powerful reminder of his contributions to music and his undiminished star power. This recognition was not just a nod to his past successes, but a celebration of his ongoing influence in the music industry. In addition to ceremonial appearances, Neil has occasionally stepped into the public eye for performances that resonate deeply with his personal battles and public advocacy. For instance, his impromptu performance at the 2018 Parkinson's Foundation Gala was not only a showcase of his resilience, but also a heartfelt effort to raise awareness and funds for Parkinson's research. His rendition of Sweet Caroline at this event was a poignant rallying cry for hope and solidarity among patients and researchers. Neil's music continues to influence contemporary artists across various genres. Modern musicians often cite him as an inspiration, covering his songs in ways that respect their original spirit while infusing them with new life. His tracks are perennial favorites on reality singing shows and have been featured in numerous films and TV series, underscoring his lasting impact on popular culture. His songs also remain fixtures at major sporting events, with Sweet Caroline being an anthem for the Boston Red Sox fans, played during the 8th inning of every home game. This tradition keeps his music in the public consciousness, creating communal moments of joy and unity. Neil Diamond's transformation from a beloved pop icon to a courageous advocate in his battle with Parkinson's disease displays the deep strength of this legendary artist. His journey has reshaped the music genre and inspired countless fans and musicians alike. Please like, share, and subscribe for more insightful explorations of music legends.